Hey Rachel, I've been thinking about how we can help our listeners expand their vocabulary in a way that's not overwhelming. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I find it fascinating how many words we have at our disposal, but we often stick to using the same ones over and over. It's like having this amazing toolbox, but only using a hammer.
That's such a good analogy. Let's break this down into categories that people can easily remember. Like, there are words that describe emotions exhilarating instead of just saying exciting, or melancholy instead of just sad.
Right. And what I love is how some words just sound like what they mean. Take ravenous. It sounds so much more intense than just saying very hungry.
That's true. And then there are words that can completely change the tone of a conversation. Instead of saying something is old-fashioned, you could say it's quaint, which has this lovely, charming connotation.
And speaking of tone, I think it's interesting how some words can make you sound more professional without being pretentious, like using optimize instead of just saying make better.
Oh, definitely. But you know what I find really helpful? Learning words that describe specific situations. Like sporadic, it's so much more precise than saying sometimes or occasionally.
Yeah, and some words just pack so much meaning into them. Take resilient. It captures this whole concept of bouncing back from difficulties that would otherwise take several words to explain.
Exactly. And then there are these beautiful words that just make language more colorful. Instead of saying someone is nice, we could say they're benevolent or jovial.
You know what's interesting? Some of these words are becoming more relevant than ever, like ubiquitouses with technology everywhere. We're using that word so much more than we used to.
That's such a good point. And words like innovative and integrate are practically buzzwords now in our fast-moving world. But there's still room for those lovely, timeless words like serene and luminous.
Absolutely. I think it's about finding the right balance between expanding our vocabulary and staying authentic in how we communicate. No one wants to sound like they swallowed a thesaurus.
True. And it's fascinating how some words can be so versatile. Take profound. You can use it for deep thoughts, strong feelings, or even just to describe how much something affected you.
And don't forget about those words that just make you sound more articulate without trying too hard, like using candid instead of just saying honest. It has this extra layer of meaning about being straightforward.
That's true. I think the key is introducing these words naturally into our everyday conversations. It's like adding new ingredients to your cooking. You start with a little and gradually use more as you get comfortable.
Exactly. And before you know it, you're using these words effortlessly. It really does transform how you express yourself.